Welcome once again to Pastor Ellis's vlog. I know we have blog on the sign there that you just saw before I popped on, but yeah, we'll change that eventually. I'm glad that you're here today, and I wanted to discuss an issue that I think is important, especially this time of year as Easter approaches. And the question that I want to talk about today is: did Jesus claim to be God? The question is a super important one, and it's important because if Jesus is not Emmanuel, that word Emmanuel meaning God with us, if he's not God with us, then Christianity is really nothing but a cruel hoax. Many who are outside of Christianity would claim that Jesus never comes out and specifically states within the Bible, "I am God." This is true in one sense. But if you understand the history and the culture of Israel during that time that Jesus lived, you can see that there are, in fact, many times when Jesus does, in fact, claim to be God. And I want to look at just one of these occasions so that you can see what I mean. This particular passage that I'm going to read right now comes from the Gospel of John, chapter 10, starting with verse 30. And this is Jesus speaking, and this is what he says. "I and the Father are one." The Jews picked up stones again to stone him. Jesus answered them, "I have shown you many good works from the Father. For which of them are you going to stone me?" The Jews answered him, "It is not for a good work that we are going to stone you, but for blasphemy, because you, being a man, make yourself God." Now we can see plainly a couple of things here in this particular passage. Jesus says, "I and the Father are one." Jesus here is referring to God the Father, and the context is being made clear by the verses that are just before verse 30 where I started reading. But very clear indication that Jesus is saying here, "I am God. The Father and I are one and the same." The second thing I want to point out is that the Jews knew exactly what Jesus meant when he made this statement. In fact, they were so upset that he claimed, they were so upset at what he claimed that they were going to stone him to death. When Jesus asks why are they so upset, they respond by saying, "Because you, being a man, make yourself God." There was no question in the mind of those who were listening to Jesus that Jesus in fact claimed to be God in the flesh. There are many other verses that are just like this in the Bible, many other verses that come along that point to these exactly the same kind of message. Take a look. Look through the Bible. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me, and I'd love to be able to help you out on this journey with the Bible and with Christianity. We'll talk with you later. God bless. Bye-bye.